I'm the wrestling fortune champion. I am. Nobody else is, because I am an actor. I do not have a gold face. I am handsome. Because I just came out here to apologize. Yes! Yes! I should have worn my yes t-shirt. Yes! 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 Because I am the wrestling fortune champion. And this is gonna almost hit the dog. I'm that good. I said it was, I would have said it was gonna hit the dog, but I knew it wasn't gonna hit the dog, but it almost hit the dog. So let's get on with today's wrestling video. But before that, I want to announce that this is going to be the last time I use my Wrestling Fortune 44 account, so I don't know how long, to set up my 100th video. So I'll probably work on that a little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow. Maybe I'll probably have it out by Saturday, maybe. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, so let's just get on with the review of what I'm going to talk about. What the fuck? Okay. First thing we have, we take the headphones out. This is WWE main event. That's what I'm here to give you. WWE main event. This happened on October 30th, 2012, last night. I enjoyed this. I actually enjoyed this show more than Raw, to be honest with you, because if you just look at Raw, disappointment. It's a disappointment. A disappointment to me, a disappointment to everybody. And I'm not going to waste my time talking about this, because I want this to be a positive video. And it was going to be positive until my remote and SpongeBob game fell on the floor. Now it's making it negative. But let's make it positive again. So let's talk about WWE main event, because I don't have much time. Well, I do, I don't want to waste time. So let's talk about it. First we have Michael Cole and The Miz. They're in the ring, and they're welcoming everyone to the main event. They're pretty much building up the Sheamus and Punk match tonight. Then they show a video package on CM Punk. We have Paul Heyman talking for him, Michael McGillicuddy. And he wasn't even good in ROH, I should say. People say that he didn't know for him until he opened his mouth one day, and look what happened. And they show, yeah, that was pretty much the video package for him. Then we have an interview with him. He says that he is going to beat Sheamus tonight, and that he is the best in the world, and he's going to get some respect from that striker, and he's going to knock, and he's going to call him sir, and stuff like that. Then they show Michael Cole and The Miz are going to introduce Sheamus for an interview. Sheamus gets an interview, but I forget what he says. I'm sorry. I forget what he says. Then we get Sheamus' video package. We got guys like Triple H, pretty much all those guys talking about him. Then we have the match between Sheamus and Punk. And I gotta say right now that the main event wasn't the main event. But this was a great match. Phenomenal. I enjoyed this match probably the whole time. This match was better than most of the matches they put on Raw and SmackDown and Saturday Morning Slam, Superstars, NXT, even though I've only seen one episode lately. But this was a good match. We have Sheamus and Punk. They start doing a little bit of chain wrestling in the beginning. Then Sheamus eventually tries to go up to the top rope and do that battering ram shoulder block he likes to do off the top rope. Then Punk knocks him off, and then it cuts to commercial. When we come back, we see that Punk is trying to give Sheamus those clubs that he usually gives in the ropes. Then Punk is dominating Sheamus for a little bit. Then Punk goes for then eventually Sheamus does a little bit of a comeback. and he does a German suplex to Punk, and the turnbuckle comes off, and you're going to see why I mentioned this later on in the match. Punk goes for the clubs, and no, Sheamus goes for the clubs on Punk, then but Punk counters into a kick, and then it goes back to commercial. It shows Sheamus outside the ring. Punk goes to launch himself into Sheamus. Sheamus counters into a right hand. Then he hits a shoulder block on Punk. Then he's doing his comeback a little bit more. He hits the clubs on Punk. Then he went for the blow kick and he missed. And then CM Punk does his comebacks. And then CM Punk goes for the go to sleep. Sheamus counters into the Texas Cloverleaf, and this looked like it was painful. Punk grabs the ropes. Sees that the turnbuckle is exposed. Punk goes to run into Sheamus. Sheamus counters into a Irish Curse backbreaker. Goes to the bull kick. Punk counters into a drop toe hold into the exposed turnbuckle because it was on the second turnbuckle. And Punk pins Sheamus and holding the tights and wins the match. And I think this is the first time Sheamus has lost a match. Now, I don't know how long. I think I was watching Suicide Dives Wrestling's video, I think, yesterday, and I think the last time that Sheamus, I might be wrong, but this is just probably the last time that I now know, it's probably that tag team match with Randy Orton and Sheamus versus Chris Jericho and Alberto Del Rio. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but that's, I think, the last time Sheamus has lost a match. This is the first time he's lost a match in a while. So that's probably what made this match maybe a little bit more memorable. And I think what also is the commentary, because you got The Miz and Michael Cole on commentary, and now that Michael Cole is now a fake, let me explain to you this. What kept me watching Raw on Monday, and what's starting to get me to like some certain wrestlers now, is the commentary. Commentary is important in all wrestling. Because if you don't have good commentators, then you're not going to have a good show. Because let's take a look. I remember it was Jack Swagger versus Alex Riley. And they were having a match. And what ends up happening is Michael Cole and Dolph and Vicky on commentary. And they're talking about Michael Cole and I believe it's the Ken Lawler and Jim Ross on commentary. Jim Ross tried. Like, Jim Ross is a great commentator, but he tried to talk about the match. But all they're talking about is Twitter, Facebook, Tout didn't exist then, probably Skype at the time. That's all they talked about. Let's take a look at it now, though. Now that Michael Cole's a face and we got Jim Ross, they can actually call matches. Jim Ross, I'm going to use the Brodus Clay and Antonio Cesaro match, for example. I probably still would have been surprised of the outcome, but let's take a look at it, though. Jim Ross actually made it feel something. Actually made Antonio Cesaro look good. Just like Ryback. He actually is good at covering up botches. Jim Ross is probably the greatest commentator you should have. They put him back for WrestleManias. He was the perfect person to call those matches with The Undertaker and Triple H. And hopefully he calls a lot more matches. We also have JBL, who's a good commentator. And I like how he's saying that Brodus Clay shouldn't be wasting his time with these dances. What I think they should do is bring, instead of Josh Matthews, put JBL on SmackDown and Michael Cole again, and put Jim Ross and Michael Cole on Raw. There you go. Got a perfect commentary set. I'd say Jimmy the King Lawler, but you know why he can't be there. So, I'm not gonna, no, this is gonna sound disrespectful, and I'm sorry, but Jimmy the King Lawler, I do feel bad for him, but I don't know, I'm not even gonna say it, because I'm gonna get a lot of hate saying, why did you say that, and I'm gonna lose a bunch of subscribers, so I'm not gonna say it out of respect of YouTube subscribers. If you want to know what I was going to say, I'll inbox you what I was going to say. But I'm not going to say it because it would just ruin this video. But let's get on. I'm off topic now. Let's get on with the match. So Sheamus then has an interview saying that he's not going to complain about the way he lost. CM Punk wants respect. I don't know what he's going to get respect, I guess. And he says that Punk, if you want to, the next time we have a match, it's going to be a little bit different. And then Miz and Michael Cole and Miz are pretty much saying how they're great. How Sheamus is like a great champion, in his respect. Then we get another interview from CM Punk after he won the match. Paul Heyman talks for him and says that he's the best in the world, that he is not going to face Cena, and that's pretty much it. Wait, hold on, I gotta hit. Then let me read this. Hold on. Then we have announcers next week on Main Event, which I will be watching. It will be Randy Orton versus The Big Show in a return match for from the SmackDown that I reviewed. And I think that's going to be fine. I think they'll work an okay match together. We don't really know, because I think the only reason why I was into that match is because of the injury. But in a way, this also is good, because Randy Orton and Big Show, now that Randy Orton isn't stale, because I actually am starting to like Randy Orton now. This is like, ever since his suspension, this is a new Randy Orton. This Randy Orton is probably the greatest. Well, not the greatest, but this is Randy Orton. I think that Randy Orton's at his best right now. Well, not at his best, but right now. Because he was stale before. And I think now that Randy Orton's not winning all the time, he's actually starting to cut some fairly decent promos. He's starting to upgrade and win a little bit. And theme music, I actually always like his theme music. It seems like he interacts now with the fans a lot more. Not in a positive way, but he's interacting. And I think eventually Randy Orton will get that match with Sheamus, and you'll see what happens. But yeah, Big Show says that the last thing that Randy Orton will see, though, is this fist right here, and they like close up on his fist for some reason, and you can see hairs on it. I don't know why the hell they close up. They did a close up on it. What the hell was that? Then we get the main event. It's Santino Marella and Tyson Kidd versus Santino Marella and Zack Ryder versus Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel, and this is the tag team title tournament. I'm going to say this. This match was okay. But you know who was going to win. That's what ruined it. And I think that Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel should have won. But I'm going to say this right now. Santino, I don't like you. To be honest, I'm going to sound like Mitch from Wrestling Gurus, but I don't like Santino. Santino is not what wrestling world really needs. I think Santino's a joke. Just like Heath Slater, but I think Heath Slater is at least a little bit better than Santino. He actually wrestles a little bit. But he's for kids. And I think this, and I can't believe I just did that, it's stupid. The Cobra is stupid finisher. Now everyone says, and you can watch Night of Champions 2012 review from Mitch. Mick Foley put a sock on him. And I get it. But he's sticking your hand down your throat. Why don't you have someone put a sock on and stick their hand down your throat and see how you like it? And then after that, after you recover, have them do this. And tell me what hurts more. Because that doesn't do anything. And he has to have the sock. Mick Foley at least could do the mandible claw without the sock. And he at least did it with barbed wire, and he did it with a bunch of other stuff. But Mick Foley, his mandible claw at least hurt. This is just this. But let's get back. Zack Ryder, I think, is okay. I think he's kind of in that feel where you feel like he's gonna get a push, but he doesn't really get the push. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel are phenomenal as a tag team. I think they're the ones that should have won. I don't know why they didn't win, but because It's not that I knew they weren't going to win. I think they should have won. Because Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel are probably is probably the greatest tag team right now. Behind Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio and probably Road Scholars, and like those are my top 4 tag teams of 2012 though. But what ends up happening is after the match is flowing, Zack Ryder does the Broski Boot, tags in Santino, goes over, takes out Gabriel, and Santino, as I said before, does this, which does nothing to Tyson Kidd. And that was it. And now they're going to face Road Scholars, which is Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, at some point in time. I don't know when, but it's going to happen eventually. But that's pretty much it, guys. I would like you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't, comment on this video if you haven't, like this video, favorite this video. I don't want the Talkinator. I'd like you to like, I'd like you to subscribe, I'd like you to favorite it, and I'd like you to comment on the videos I've made on there. I also would like you to for CM Brothers, subscribe, like, favorite, comment on the videos. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when I give Adam the new password to CM Brothers, I am going to be he will be making single videos on there because something happened to his account. Now we can't get into the other account, so that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know when the next time I'll be on this channel. Hopefully on Saturday, if I can finish setting up for the video I'm going to make on this channel. But that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.